Spurs fans, if you're worried about the loss on Thursday, don't be. We've seen this song and dance before. The Spurs get on a late season roll, lose a close one, and then everyone jumps off the bandwagon. But you need to keep your seat right here. Sure, the Silver and Black lost a game that looked like it was a put away when they were just up by 6 with 30 seconds to go. And sure, they gave up 57 points to one player, Kyrie Irving, which was the most points ever scored by a visitor in the AT&T Center. But look at it like this. It took an outrageous 57-point performance to beat these guys. It took the most talented team in the East to hang with the Spurs, and even with that, it took until the last seconds of overtime for this game to be decided. Now, if you ask the Spurs, that loss wasn't bad at all. They feel like it could be a good turning point for the rest of the season.
We're taking steps in the right direction, so we're going to take it with a positive. We're going to learn from it. It's still, I wouldn't say it's still early, but we're still in the season, regular season. And I think this will help us down the road.
It takes that to beat us. We're in a great place. We're making improvement. We up 6, with 20 seconds, something like that. And he needs 2 threes, crazy threes to get back in the game. So, like I said, we had it, but, we're in the NBA and he had a great performance.
The Spurs look to turn things around tomorrow in the AT&T Center when they take on the struggling Timberwolves. Did I say struggling? Because I meant to say bad. The Wolves are 14-50 on the season and have lost 6 of their last 7 games. Now, all logic points to the Spurs increasing that mark to 7 of their last 8. Of the Spurs' 24 losses this season, only 6 of them have come to teams with losing records. And all but 2 of those losses have come on the road. In fact, San Antonio will only face one team above 500 this week. After Minnesota, the Spurs will travel to take on the Knicks and Bucks in a back-to-back. Now, the Bucks have a nice record, but have lost 8 of their last 11 games. The Spurs will finish the week at home against Boston on Friday. 4 wins in that stretch could really help when it comes to a tight Western Conference playoff race. The Spurs are only 2 games away from 4th, which would give them home court advantage in the first round from every point on. This game matters, the late season push for a playoff seeding. Now, if individual performance had anything to do with the struggling playoff spot, Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder would be in a great place. Westbrook has been an absolute machine lately. The Thunder guard recorded his 6th triple-double in 8 games last night. Part of the reason is because he can do things like that. Last night against the Timberwolves, Westbrook finished with 29 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. That's the good news. The bad news for the Thunder is they're still on the outside looking in when it comes to the playoff picture. The only team in the league to already lock up a spot in the playoffs, the Atlanta Hawks. Today, the Hawks announced their plans to sign former Spur Austin Daye. Daye and Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer were members of the Spurs organization together and hope a reunion will add depth to the Eastern Conference #1 seed. Now on to the Cowboys, where the talk these past 2 days has been about the running back position and this guy, Darren McFadden. McFadden met with Jerry Jones today to sign his contract and is now officially a member of the Spurs Cowboy organization. He says that's just where he wants to be.
I'm very excited to be here. I don't think I can express in words how excited I am. I was growing up a Cowboys fan right across the way from Arkansas, so I'm very excited to get here and mesh with my new teammates. I look forward to playing with those guys. This is their team. I'm just coming in. I want to just come in and work on whatever I need to do to help support the team and be able to come in and contribute. I'm looking forward to meeting those guys and being able to play with them.
The Cowboys weren't the only ones to have big days this week. The high school basketball playoffs are coming down to the wire. We have highlights from local teams fighting for state titles coming up next.